Hello, hello. I hope you're having an awesome day today. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time to see the makeup I'm going to be using and enjoying for the month of November. If you haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, I posted my October makeup recap yesterday, so I'll go on and link it in the card above as well as the description box below because there's a lot. If you want some painting inspiration, I was able to really make a ton of progress in many of my products. I hit pan on eyeshadows and it was a really productive month. So I don't know if I'll have that same kind of progress for November because usually when it comes to panning, it's kind of slow, really slow, even slower, and then all of a sudden it's like bam, you hit pan on a ton of stuff. So if you want some motivation, like I said, check out that video from yesterday. I did decide to roll over a couple of things for the month of November, but when I put on my makeup today, I was super inspired by this look. So I decided to go on and just kind of follow suit and put these things into my makeup bag. So I'm gonna kind of walk you through my plans for the next month. So Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. Today I focused on using marzipan, hot chocolate, and white chocolate. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be using these 3 shades in particular because I really want to make as much of a concentrated effort on my Justice League Panning Challenge shadows because that challenge closes out on November 15th. So this look is going to be the focus, absolute focus. So we'll see if I can really make a big dent in hot chocolate, and then I definitely want to be using what's left of these. So the Wonder Woman shade I'm using as my blush, I'm using it as a shadow. I'm also using the Aquaman on my lower lash line and the Superman shadow on my upper lash line. So super, super fun. And the rest of the makeup is kind of going to go in line with that. I also decided, because I decided to take advantage of the 20% discount at Ulta this past weekend, I picked up the NARS bronzer in Laguna. This is the mattified version of that shade because I've got the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, but the smell is so overpowering it's actually quite nauseating to me, so I needed to return that, and I decided to go on and pick up this bronzer instead. I really do like it all over the skin. I just wanted something a little bit warmer, especially since I'm going to be working with Black Forest Truffle and Cherry Cordial, so I thought this would be a fun way for me to try that out. And I also picked up, this is the Real Techniques Blend and Blur Base Foundation Brush. I really like this. It's kind of a mess to clean because the bristles are so dense on it. I mean, as you can see, I could stand to go through a second time and get out what's left of the foundation, but I really, really like it. So if you're wanting to shake things up and walk away from a beauty sponge for a while, this is really nice. I like the soft feel of the mattified NARS packaging, if you will. I don't know what else to call it. I know you know what I mean, but it's really just soft and it doesn't slip out of your hands. It works really well, and it works not just for your foundation, but if you want to go in and do a little bit extra blending with your concealer, this is really awesome. So I'm going to be using that. And then in terms of foundation, because I am just about finished with this Amazing Cosmetics anti-aging primer, I think I'm going to be done with this tomorrow. I decided to go on, as I drop it, I decided to go on and put in the IT Cosmetics Feel the Moment Skin Rejuvenating Hydrating Primer Serum. I'm a little bit, I think I'm at the halfway point, maybe a little bit less. So I don't know, maybe I could finish this in the next 4 weeks. But since I finished the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, I decided to bring in the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation in the shade Nude. I picked this up at my grocery store because I really love the moussey texture of this foundation, and it works amazingly well with silicone-based primers. So kind of food for thought if you're looking for ways, if you have this in your collection, silicone primers work a little bit better than the lotion-based primers. So I really enjoy this combination. I'm wearing this with the Amazing Cosmetics today, but I'm also looking forward to pairing it with this. If you're wanting, you know, kind of a shake up from your normal primers, this one does have a really strong herbal scent because it's very tea tree based, but that's not something that bothers me. But if you're in the market for a new primer, that is something to kind of think about. And then as in terms of powder, I want to go on and just knock this out because once I finish that primer. This is kind of the last of the Amazing Cosmetics that I have. So this is the translucent powder. I've hit substantial pan. I want to knock this out by the end of November. So here's kind of my starting point. We'll see what I can do in the next month. And then concealer, I decided to pull out a really, I mean, this is a favorite for me. This is the NYX Got You Covered waterproof concealer in the shade Light. I picked this up at Ulta because I wanted to go on and have a drugstore concealer in my arsenal. And I know that I'll go through this because it's really good. Super full coverage and it doesn't budge. So this is what I'm going to be doing. And then in the morning, when I'm taking my kids to school, if I'm, you know, not ready to put on my makeup for the day, I'm still going to work on using this Clarins Mission Perfection Eye Concealer. This is crazy good. It's expensive. So if you're shopping the Sephora VIB sale, now would be the time to kind of pick this up to get the 20 or 25% off on it. So good stuff, but really expensive. This, quite affordable. Okay. And then in terms of what's going on with the rest of my makeup, let's kind of talk some palettes. I decided to go on and keep the two palettes that I had last month, my Z palette and my Lorac Mega Pro palette, because I'm still finding uses for these. So I'm going to go on and keep working on them. If you want to see the progress that I made on this Lorac Mega Pro palette, like I said, go on and check out that video from my October makeup bag recap, because I was able to hit pan in quite a bit. And that's honestly getting me motivated to finish off a few more shades by the end of November. So I can't put this palette down. It's too good. It's way too good. I love it. But then I reached into my collection to pull out something different, and I decided to show some love to this IT Cosmetics Celebration palette that was released Christmas of 2014, I believe. The shades in this are really ideal for fall and winter makeup. And also I was kind of looking at this, and there's a lot of resemblance in this to the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, or shades that can be quite complementary. So I was looking through at this shade over here called Hot Cocoa. This is a nice substitution for Triple Fudge. I was also looking at the shade Cozy over here. It's a nice substitution for Salted Caramel. Looking down here at this Transforming shade, I thought that'd be fun to pair in with Black Forest Truffle, as well as Cherry Cordial. These liner shades between the black, the purple, and the kind of a gray color would be kind of fun as outer V shades and liners. And then I'm also thinking in here too, if I really just wanted to take a break from my Mega Pro palette, I've got some mauve options up here too to go with Cherry Cordial. So this is a palette that's beckoned me to use it out of my collection, and I've been so focused on painting that I haven't ventured out in as many of my palettes as I'd like to. So I'm gonna give this a go and see how I really feel about the formula with some concentrated use. So, sorry, let me turn that off real quick. And then also, because I'm heading out of town, I decided to go on and just use this to fill in my brows, my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. So this is going to be on the go with me, but while I'm home, I'm going to focus in on more of these larger palettes, like I said, to get a little bit more variety across my collection while still working with that Chocolate Bar palette. So kind of I'm not really going in a particular order, but we're working on it. You know what I mean? So, okay. Then mascara, I picked up the Pure Cosmetics Fully Charged Magnetic Mascara with my 20% coupon, because this is holy grail status for me. I love this mascara. I'm wearing it today. It is so, so good. It's available at Ulta. I originally tried it via Octoly, and like I said, it's holy grail status. I went through and spent my own money to repurchase it because I finished it and I miss that mascara so much. It stinks, but it's good. It does an amazing job on the lashes. And then I also pulled out, let's kind of go in and talk some lip products real quick. I pulled out my MAC lip liner in the shade Whirl because I'm back into wanting to pan it, and I am just dropping everything today. But I pulled out this MAC lip liner in the shade Whirl. This is what I have left, because a lipstick that's been on my radar for a long time, and I haven't tried it at this point until today. It is the MAC lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy. They have the little deluxe size samples of this at Ulta. They're expensive for what they are because they're 10 bucks, so that's kind of ridiculous. But I wanted to try this shade since it has such a cult following with MAC products. So I'm wearing the Whirl lip liner and Velvet Teddy on my lips today, and I really, really like this combination, especially with the eye look that I have going on. So this is going to be my nude option. And then when I want a red, I pulled in another Kat Von D lipstick because I loved Project Chimp so much last month that I decided to go on and bring in the Study Kiss lipstick in the shade Chula. It's another warm red, very much like Project Chimp's, but in the lipstick bullet form. I love shades like this for fall, and this works really well with that Wonder Woman shade for the Justice League Panning Challenge. So we're gonna see what I can do with those. I'm still working on my MAC Paint Pot and Soft Ochre, so I'm going to continue working on that. I've also pulled in this Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray in the Dewy Finish. I recently picked this up at Walmart. It retails for about 10 bucks. It's good stuff. And what I appreciate the most about this is you can control the mister to kind of get your Goldilocks setting spray application. So if you like a really strong full-bodied mist, you can do that. Or if you want something very, very subtle, very fine, where you take more spritzes to cover your entire face, you have that option. And like I said, you can adjust the nozzle in between to get your literal perfect setting spray. So for 10 bucks, this is really, really pleasant. If you want a cruelty-free brand, this is definitely something you want to keep in mind as you go through the drugstore. And also too, the premise of this, it says it locks in your makeup and hydrates. It protects you from pollution particles, and it's moisture boosting. This really does stand up to, you know, claim to fame. I can't speak to how much it does in pollution protection, but for day-to-day, it does a really nice job of setting my makeup. My foundation doesn't transfer. Everything stays on for, you know, 8 to 10 hours a day. So I'm extremely happy with this product. And then kind of going through the rest of my things that I pulled 2 eyeliners to go with that Bare Minerals, the Aquaman and the Superman shades. So I'm still using this Maybelline Lasting Drama in Lustrous Sapphire. I've also pulled out the L'Oreal Silkissime liner in turquoise, because I've got this on my upper lash line setting it with the Superman shade, and this on my lower lash line setting it with the Aquaman shade. Like I said, 2 weeks, we're going to give some serious usage to those. And then I figured I'll probably go back into a black or brown for the last 2 weeks when I go in with some of the darker shades in the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And then of course, still working on my NYX white eyeliner. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, well, I'll talk about this too. So I decided once I'm done with the Justice League Panning Challenge, I'm going to step back in with my Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Blushing Bride for the last 2 weeks of November. So I won't have a ton of progress on it, but I really like the shade of this blush with Cherry Cordial and Black Forest Truffles. So I'm going to see if I can finish this by the end of the year. I'm really excited about it. I'm super pumped and motivated. It's one of my favorite blushes that I own. So we're going to do it. We're going to knock it out by Christmas. So expect to see this in November and December makeup bags because I'm ready to move it out. So that's about it. Everything that I'm going to be using. I hope that you have a blast shopping your stash and have some fun with your makeup. I know this eye look is really, really light, but it inspired me because I was so happy with the way it all came together, especially to give this Velvet Teddy lipstick a try. Definitely something that is worth keeping in mind for the future, even though it is kind of annoying that they charge $10 for this deluxe size sample. I don't know. So, all right, that's about it for now. Take care, and I look forward to catching up with you very, very soon because I've got a couple get ready with me's, and I know maybe a little bit spotty because I do have a pretty busy schedule in front of me with a lot of fun things planned with some family and friends. So I'm going to get things done as I have time. So be on the lookout, and I look forward to catching up with you real soon. See ya.